Joe was out trick-or-treating with his friends and two brothers and sisters. They went out trick-or-treating in the daytime and kept going until it was dark. Joe wanted to have a Halloween party, but his dad wouldn't allow him, so himself and his two sisters and brothers had their own party in the kitchen table. When they went home, they were showing their dad all of the candy they received. Joe's dad, Jack, gave each of his children a candy-coated apple and wished them a happy Halloween. Joe ate his apple and the rest didn't get a chance because they were so full. It was getting late and suddenly Joe felt sick. The ambulance was called and unfortunately Joe died hours later. Joe's autopsy had showed results of cyanide poison and later were found in the apples that the rest of the family didn't eat. It was later revealed that Joe's dad, Jack, had purposely given his 5 children poison after taking out a life insurance policy on each one. That was a sick plan for having money problems. Thankfully, the rest of his children didn't eat the poison. Jack was sentenced to death by lethal injection. Thanks for watching The Assassin Rapper, and if you want to stay up to date on new content, then please subscribe and be sure to hit the bell to be notified on new content. Robbie was really upset on Halloween, listening to his friends talk about going to the Halloween party that was being held in his friend Richard's house. The party was expected to go on all night as his parents were out of town, and it was just him holding fort in his house. Robbie just stood there with envy, listening to his friends talk about it. Richard said to his friends, "This party's going to be amazing. We can party all night and there is going to be loads of drinks and everything. Ye guys better come early so we can make the most of my crib being parent-free." Robbie was invited to the party, but unfortunately wasn't allowed by his mom. Most of the people going to the party were dressing as one of the most popular costumes of the year, which was from a new internet craze from a very popular movie that just was released, called The Clown of Halloween. The clown had no name other than the Clown of Halloween. Robbie loved the character until it had become the reason he wasn't allowed to go to the Halloween party. His mom got a call from the local cinema one day who had told her he had snuck in to see the Clown of Halloween movie. Robbie's mom was very religious and grounded him instantly and of course didn't allow him go to the Halloween party. The next day when Robbie's mom was listening to the news on the radio, she was glad she didn't allow him go when she had heard the newsreader say, "Last night at approximately 10:30 p.m, a lone gunman entered a Halloween party in Woodsbridge town and opened fire, killing only people who were dressed in the costume The Clown of Halloween, which is based on the new horror movie and internet craze The Clown of Halloween. The gunman or gun person was apparently wearing the outfit of the Clown of Halloween also." That night Robbie's mom heard something out in the garden and caught Robbie burying something in the garden. She froze when she saw that what he was burying was the costume of the Clown of Halloween with splattered blood all over it, and next to it was a gun. Thanks for watching The Assassin Rapper, and if you want to stay up to date on new content, then please subscribe and be sure to hit the bell to be notified on new content. Jody and Jasper were driving down a dark country road on Halloween night. They were travelling back from Texas after attending a rock festival. They knew they had a long drive ahead of them and were very hungry and tired. Jody was afraid she would fall asleep at the wheel, so after a while the car stopped and Jasper took over at the wheel. They were very happy to come across a motel. They had decided it would be much better to stay in the motel. They were admiring the Halloween decorations. When they entered the motel, there was an elderly man behind the counter. He said, "Hello and welcome to Country Road Motel. It's my pleasure to provide you with a great stay, and I hope you do have a great stay." Jody and Jasper were so happy when they arrived in their room, and it was a really nice clean room, and better again, they had to only pay $10 to stay. They couldn't get over the price of it. Suddenly there was a knock on the door, and they were surprised at being so late. It was a little boy with a Halloween basket. He said, "Hi, this is my granddaddy's motel. Trick or treat, have you something to me eat?" Jody and Jasper laughed and gave the boy a few dollars and a few bars of chocolate to make up for feeling a bit guilty only paying $10 to stay the night. A few days later, when Jasper and Jody were at home, Jody looked up the motel to leave a great review and thanked them for being so kind. But she was shocked to have read that 5 years ago, on Halloween night, the owner of the motel and his grandson were burned to death in a fire at the motel. She had then realised herself and her husband had stayed at a phantom motel run by the ghost of the man that owned it and his ghost grandson. Thanks for watching The Assassin Rapper, and if you want to stay up to date on new content, then please subscribe and be sure to hit the bell to be notified on new content.